Well, this is maybe a bit of a strange video. We're not driving in the Rover SD1 and we're also not driving the Rover 827 Vitesse. We're actually driving my father's Rover 827 SI. Yeah, I have mixed emotions with this drive because my dad's health is not so good anymore, so he decided to stop driving. He already stopped using this car about 2 years ago. He started to have problems with his mobility, and the car just sat. That's what it did. Sometimes my mother did her best to fire it up and take care, and in the years prior, it being not used, it was just used to bring my dad to and from the hospital, and small trips. Served my parents with everything they wanted, but it was just short drives, and after that it was not being used anymore. So my father decided, I enjoy the Rovers a lot, the 827 Vitesse and the Rover SD1, and he said it's better that you take it over and take care of it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. We add it to the collection, and we do some work to it to improve it and enjoy it. It's a lovely car. It's a 1993 Rover 827 SI automatic. So in the next part of the video I will show around the car and the projects I'm planning. But it's mixed emotions driving this old bird across the country. It fired up straight away, and we drove it. We are driving it to the other side of the country, to our home. So yeah, mixed emotions. Well, we're now pretty close to the. There's my wife and her loyal Mitsubishi. We're now pretty close to the to our home. Weather has cleared up, and there was a small shower, but that cleared away most of the dust that the car gathered in the last year or so when it was in the garage. But this is really a good whipped cream performer on the highway. It's so smooth. It feels so much more refined. The Mark 1 800 is already a very fine automobile, but this is just a little more refined, better switches, and the engine feels even more smoother, even though it's same powertrain as in the 827 Vitesse, but well, there you go. Back in the day when a new car really was better than the one that went before. And it's nice to drive it for the last stretch home in nice weather. It was very grey. You can still see some clouds over there, but some sunshine, blue skies, a nice jet black Rover 827 SI to drive. Not a bad day. Not a bad day at all. Well, it's now actually a week after we picked the car up in the west of the Netherlands, where my parents live, and well, 1 week further it's now registered to me. And well, I did a lot of work already to the car, cleaned it inside and out. It wasn't really dirty, but my parents have a dog and yeah, they were not able to clean it themselves anymore. I put some new license plates on it, front and back. There was also some rust behind the mounting bracket of the license plate, so removed the rust, painted it, now it's all good again. Yeah, it's a lovely car. There are some things that I want to address. The right front wing. Yes, yeah, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's minor rust here. So I'm in time. I will remove the rust and repaint the panel. There are some bumper scuffs on it, but yeah, it's a huge car. This is actually the biggest Rover ever produced, if I'm not mistaken. So some scuffs. The rear bumper has to be repainted, and also the front bumper of the of this big car. There's a little scuff here. That's actually where the neighbor of my parents hit the car. But yeah, you know that stuff happens. And also there's a scuff on the mirror. I will repaint that, or my colleague repaints that, I must say. But also scuff here. And I put already some wax on the car. You know, a good clean. I washed it 3 times yesterday with decreasing soap, and then a new coat of wax to preserve it, because I don't know if I'm going to paint parts this year or next year. But it's a very good looking car. It's very cool. It's very cool to have it in the collection. But yeah, still a bit sad that my dad is not going to enjoy it anymore. But I think we all think it's the right decision that he's not driving anymore. But yeah, it's a tough decision. But yeah, I already gave a small walk around on the outside of the car. But oh, I forgot one place. There's also some rust here. So sand it down, back to bare metal, and then I can mask it off on this body line. That's also great about old cars. They have these sharp lines, and you can keep the panel that you respray on this line. It's much more easy. If you paint this, you have to, yeah. Oh, maybe this line is also working, but I think I just keep it small. And also refurbish the wheels. They're not bad, but if you look closely, yeah, over 30 years old, what do you expect? But it's a very rust-free car. It's actually in very good condition. You know, the door, I cleaned it, but there's no rust present. In the past there was some rust here, but me and my mate fixed it. Some good clear coat on it, and that's still good. New seals in place in the, yeah, I believe it's about 10 years ago that we did that. 8 to 10 years, something like that. But the interior is also very nice. It does need a new headliner. I'm in the market for some new cloth. So yeah, but the leather is all in very good condition. Some wear on the floor mats, but yeah, it's an old car, so what do you expect? I will redo the wood. You can see it maybe here because it's a bit dull. Yeah, it looks... But it's all there, you know, it's a good condition. Even the driver's seat, no tears, just some, yeah, wear. That's what you expect. I really liked, my dad changed the original panels, don't have the Rover lettering on it, but my dad really liked it, so he changed it. It really sets it off. I painted the steering wheel in the past. It's now in a good color condition. So yeah, that's yeah, it's a very good looking car, very stylish, very classy. But here you can see maybe better that the wood has some, yeah, I don't know, it's a bit dull. Let's put it like so. Sand it down with maybe 800 grit or 1000 grit, new coat of lacquer, and then finish it off. Also this panel, same story. The wood on the doors is good, but the wood on the dash and the center console will need some TLC, but that's no problem. I'll fix that. But yeah, it's amazing what a proper wash can do and a fresh coat of wax. It's very shiny. It's very good quality paint because, as said, I work in a car body shop, or damage car shop, I repair them. But if you look at modern day paint, yeah, it doesn't have the deep shine that older cars have. It's I don't know what it is. Maybe the quality of the paint nowadays is different because of chemical legislation or whatever. But you know, this is a 30-year-old car. It has a very nice shine. Yeah, very cool. I'm very thankful that my father decided to give it to me. My brother also agreed. He said, you know, it's you're really the Rover nut in the family, so you should have it. And that's very cool. If family just think it's fine if you have such a lovely car. And well, we do our best to keep it in very good condition and improve it still. As said, the jobs that I listed in this video, I will do them. And yeah, then we enjoy it. You know, take it on holidays probably, to car shows. It's the same as the other cars. It gets the same treatment. And only the one problem is the garage is now full because the SD1 is there and the 827 Vitesse. So during winter I'm looking for storage for this one, but I think I'll manage in the vicinity where I live. Yeah, it's also a good color. You know, a lot of people think, oh, black always looks good on a car. I strongly disagree on that. I think only, yeah, not all cars look good in black because you lose a lot of body lines, but this one has such strong lines in it. It really suits the car, especially with the light interior. It's just so chic. Yeah, well, I really said before, I think it's a shame that my dad is not able to enjoy it anymore, but he did. I remember one time I was in my own car at a set of traffic lights, and I saw my father on the other side in this car on the fast lane, and when there was a green light, he nailed it, you know, and he won from an Audi A6. I don't know what the engine was in the A6, but I remember, like, hey, there's my dad, and then he just nailed it across the crossroads and at full speed. And when I talked to him at home, I said, oh wow, you were really hammering it down. He said, well, yeah, I beat the Audi. I will never forget that. He really got a kick out of it, that it's quite a fast car. You know, nowadays with all those turbocharged engines, those are faster, we all know, but this really feels so powerful. And it's also very interesting to feel and see how Rover managed to make the, you know, facelifted Rover 800 feel and look so different than the Series 1. Because you know, if somebody doesn't know anything about cars, they would probably say, well, this is not the same as the Mark 1 800. It's really a different car, and it really feels that way. Better switchgear. It feels more refined. But yeah, back then, you know, every new car was also an improvement on the ones that went before. So yeah, it's a very nice car. It's I love the sharp 80s lines of the Series 1, especially with the fastback. But the Series 2 saloon, it really looks very classy. I think, at least. It's a very stylish car. And even nowadays, you know, when we put it up in the drive, neighbors come up like, oh wow, you have a new car that looks very fancy, what is it? And yeah, they're just amazed that it's so well preserved. So we must take our hats off to my dad. He took care of the car when he could, and now it's the time that I proceed with the maintenance and caretaking. So keep you guys posted in videos of it being painted or you know, taken to shows. So another car for the fleet. A 1993 Rover 827 SI.